This is Al Jazeera. These are the stories making the headlines. Russia has confirmed its spies have returned from the US back to Russia after changing planes in Vienna on Friday. It's believed there are 10 of them, all of whom pleaded guilty in US court. 4 Russians convicted of spying for the West are believed to be part of the exchange and on their way to the United States. Vince Canestraro is a former CIA counterterrorism chief.
I don't think either one really needed it, but from the Russian point of view, what they got out of it was a very expensive, long-run operation, 10 years in extent, that didn't produce any espionage, therefore no real intelligence value for the Russians. So they didn't get very much out of it, but embarrassment, because it was kind of a throwback to the Cold War and didn't produce anything for them.
Local media are reporting the Taliban in Pakistan were behind 2 suicide attacks that had left over 60 dead and at least 107 injured. The suicide bombers appeared to be targeting a government building in Mohmand Agency in the country's northwestern tribal area. Mohmand is one of the tribal regions where Pakistan's army has been fighting Taliban forces.
We're seeing attacks like this almost every day across Pakistan. Now, the army haven't officially moved into Mohmand Agency yet, but they are facing massive challenges within that area from the Pakistani Taliban. But the army, many say, is overstretched. It faces huge challenges on the eastern border with India, on the western border with Afghanistan and in Kashmir. And this leads many to question whether the army is simply well enough equipped to deal with what's going on in the tribal belt.
In South Sudan, tribal violence arising from cattle rustling is now claiming more lives in the conflict in Darfur. More than 2,500 people were killed over the past year in tribal clashes. Over 350,000 were forced out of their homes. Communities in Terekeka County say a government campaign to disarm civilians has left them unable to protect themselves from rival tribes. More on that story and a great deal besides at our website, aljazeera.net/English.